subscribe பண்ணுங்க, like பண்ணுங்க, share பண்ணுங்க. You will enjoy.
And also talking about the professor. What was your experience with him?
It's a conscious tick that he put into the role of the professor.
The dialogue is basically எவ்வளவோ பண்ணிட்டோம் இத பண்ண மாட்டோமா
எவ்வளவு பண்ணிட்டோ blah blah blah.
The most humorous one?
And Arturo Roman. He knows 7 million jokes, and for every situation he has a joke ready.
You're the only person to stay out of the heist.
They didn't tell me anything, so I also didn't know how they're going to end the 4th season. So for me, it was like, oh, I'm the only one outside.
Talking about Nairobi, how was the send-off?
You know, it's never shown in the 4th season, so.
Yes, so IndiaGlitz viewers, today we have with us one of the cast of the very well-known Money Heist. And yes, you would have seen him in a fighting sequence with the professor.
I want you to understand that I need to be there. The only place I can get answers is the Bank of Spain.
Which many of you carry as an idol. Hopefully we get to see him as a main person who is outside the bank in the 5th season. So let's welcome him. Let's welcome Lucas. Welcome Lucas. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. Here in Barcelona, last 2 days, we have the first days that are smelling or feeling like summer. So I'm scantily dressed. But it's really a shock for the system. And with being at home, also now having this heat, I'm waiting for the sun to go down and then go for a bike ride to like cool off a little bit.
Wonderful.
We're good over here.
And wonderful. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on your, presence in Money Heist. We really enjoyed the series.
Marseille, are you going to force me to resort to violence?
I'm only protecting the plan.
I decide the plan.
That's not the plan. That's an improvisation. And like you always said, no improvisation. I won't give in.
And first of all, do you have have this view of this going crazy in India?
I have to thank all the fans from all around the world sending me messages of support, love, affection, and fandom, kind of fan emotion from all around the world, and also India. And it's mind-boggling that the success that we're living in, and I'm kind of shocked and taking it day by day. But really, it warms my heart to get all these beautiful messages from people all around the world, including, of course, India. A lot of Indian fans, yes. There was an Indian artist who did like a cartoon version of SpongeBob SquarePants, but casa de papel. It's just amazing. A lot of the reaction of the audience is just insane.
And also talking about the professor. What was your experience with him? And of course, many of them here have Professor as their hero. How is it working with him in the shooting scenes? And
listen, many people ask me that, and I was lucky to be paired with Álvaro Morte, who interprets the professor, his role. He's a great guy. He's a great colleague. He's a talented actor with years of experience in theater and on TV, in front of the camera, of course. And we had a lot of fun, like what we at one point started calling the road trip, which is kind of the first 3 episodes of the 4th season. When I find him with that bull, and then we go here and there, and with all kinds of modes of transport. It was a lot of fun. Really. He's a down-to-earth guy. And I think he was also happy because in the first 2 seasons, he was always alone in that bunker or hangar and so on, guiding and trying to rescue things and going to the dump yard for the cars and to the hospital as a clown and so on. And here he had like a goofy, big, quiet, mustached partner who had to keep him cool as well. So there were many nuances. So it was a lot of fun to work with him, for sure.
And furthermore, talking about the twist in the fourth season where you're the only person who stands out to stay out of the heist.
Well, I was already accustomed not to know what the hell is going to happen to my role throughout the third season because they didn't tell me anything. So I also didn't know how they're going to end the fourth season. So for me, it was like, oh, I'm the only one outside. I mean, with the screenplay, they can go in any way, shape, and form. But I tell you from the bottom of my heart, I have no clue what they want to do in the fifth season. Of course, my position is very good. I can do many things, but as the fourth season ended, I don't know that the professor has been kidnapped. I know everybody else is in the bank, and that's it. So Marseille needs to figure the first couple of things out, in my opinion, and then try to find the professor, I guess, or I don't know. There's so many options.
And talking about acting, the professor, the role of the professor, the gestures that he does, be it the spectacle thing, and all those things. Is it his actual? Is it his actual mannerism or
no? It's a conscious tick that he put into the role of the professor. He doesn't do that usually, and he has his own glasses. He has his own glasses, reading glasses or glasses to be in, that are very similar to the professor ones, but he kind of looks different in those other glasses. It's weird, but he doesn't have that tick. That is just the professor, Trump.
And is it like the director's expectation? Does the director brief up that he wants this kind of gesture? Or the artist that
no. I think Álvaro finds it when he wants to find it. I think, creating a character acting-wise, you want to have an arc. That is what the idea should be. In a series, it's difficult to have an arc if you have no freaking clue what's going to happen here, and here, because they don't give you the screenplay. And they keep changing it, etc. But if you have a strong lead character like Álvaro does in the role of the professor, you can tweak and you can create parts of that arc that you feel safe. I have like a 0 point for myself as Marseille, how I prepare. And then Álvaro has his moments. And of course, he has a lot of leverage and freedom to discuss what he wants to do in a particular scene with the text, how he wants to do it. And they work well, him and the 3-4 directors that we have on the show. They work well with him, I mean, he's the lead role, guys. Come on now. He can do whatever he wants. But in that regard, like when actors, this fight scene between the professor and Marseille, I spent some 2 weeks with the text trying to figure out how to make sense, out of the blue, they start fighting. You have to get to a point. So we discussed it that same day of where to put the punches, etc., with the director, and it worked out great. Whoa. Because then that scene had an arc, had a meaning. It wasn't just two guys like, you cannot do this, I want to do this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's go. You cannot do it. It had to be more rich than that. It had to be more rich than that with more material. And we achieved that. I think it's a great scene. I love that scene.
Very
crack
true.
up every time I see it.
And also talking about Nairobi. How was the send off towards the end? Of course, the shoot for her was over. And
I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
I'm the only one who doesn't even. I don't think he knows that Nairobi is dead. I don't know.
Professor, Gandia executed Nairobi.
It's never shown in the fourth season, so I didn't get to say "por Nairobi," So I told that to Jesus Colmenar, who's the main artistic director and executive producer, Jesus. And I told him the night we were shooting with Sheila in the car with the beers, non-alcoholic, when they're trying to break into that prison to rescue Raquel. Anyway, so we're having dinner, and I said, just so you know, I'm the only one who didn't say por Nairobi or you didn't see my emotion. He looked at me like, oh yeah, that's true. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna get my revenge on that one in the fifth season. I don't know. Cool, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, it was emotional. I mean, Alba is a great girl. Sorry, girl. She's a woman, of course, but she's 11 years younger than I am. She's a great artist. She's a humble, smart person, intelligent, and with balls. She doesn't take bullshit from anybody. And I hope they're gonna bring her back for something, you know, maybe flashbacks, just to hang
You
out
mean to
with
say
her
that
again, or
she's
just
almost similar to the role she plays? You know, kind of very brave.
no. She's tough. Definitely. Alba is tough. So
Yeah.
that's part of Nairobi. You know, many times journalists or people ask me like, what's the other role you would like to play? I say without blinking, Nairobi, Palermo, or Berlin. You know, those are my three choices that I would play if I would get another role. You know, and I don't know. I didn't get my emotional farewell to her as Marseille, but as a private Luka Peroš person, I bawled my eyes out on that sixth and seventh episode. You know, when they killed her and then when they were carrying her out in the casket. Very emotional.
And talking about Denver, is his smile actually like that? No. That's for the.
It's also it's like the glasses with the professor. It's he has that for Denver solely. He has a normal laugh. He has a nice laugh. He's a nice guy too. Oh God, I haven't seen him in so long. I haven't seen a lot of them for so long.
So we have a segment. Basically, you get to teach me a few lines from your language. I get to teach a few lines from my language.
Ole, okay, why not?
We'll do that. So next, we're going to do a dialogue of one of the topmost actors in Tamil, which is Rajinikanth. I don't know if you know. Kanna, idu verum trailer dama.
Kanna, idu verum trailer dama.
Main picture inno nee paakala.
Main picture inno nee paakala.
Whoa! Great! You did well.
Oh God.
Whoa. Okay, last dialogue. One last dialogue?
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. So this is from another big star from Tamil. He's called Ajit Kumar here. So this is very easy.
Okay.
Tamashe. Adikira danda planning.
Adikira danda planning.
Kind of close. Yeah. That's.
Say it one more time. Say it one.
Okay. No issues. Adikira danda planning.
Is it blane or plane?
Plan.
Like
it's,
a P.
It's like hitting is the plan. Adikira danda planning.
Adikira danda planning.
Whoa! You did great. Yeah, this is from an actor called Vijay. Huh?
Okay.
So the dialogue is basically Ebolovo panito, ida pannamatama.
Ebolo panito, idobo. How again?
Okay. Whoa, you went great for the first half.
Almost.
Yeah. Ebolovo panito, ida pannamatama.
Ebolovo panito. Blah, blah, blah. No, damn it.
No. You're doing great. No. You're doing great. Yeah. Evolovo panito. Ida pannamatama. Super. You just cracked one dialogue. I think you should do an Indian film pretty soon.
I think I've done 2 auditions. I think that same summer, was it? No, a summer before I did. So 3 years ago, I did 2 auditions through my agent for London for some Bollywood project, some Russian bad guy screaming, being all like really vile and evil.
Now you can start. I can tell something. Maybe I can learn something from you. I don't know how I'm going to do, but still.
Okay. Let's start easy. Let's say hi. 3 beers, please.
Okay.
I don't know. Bok 3 pive molim.
Bok 3 pive molim.
I don't think you need anything else in Croatian. After that.
I'm starting to love your character, and also we see you in the Spain, which is the 3rd and the 4th season. How did you come on board? And of course, you've done a lot of films out there.
I'm here for 4 years steady, and I was called 2 summers ago, for an audition. I read for the role of Bogota, that later was interpreted by Hovik Keuchkerian, and they chose him. And at the last meeting, I think the producers told the casting directors, "Oh, we have this other role that we just thought of. It could be an interesting thing." The casting directors weren't ready for that at all, and they're like, read the description of 5-6 sentences, looked at each other and said, "Okay, our suggestion is Luka Peroš," and that's how it went.
Wow.
It was like this.
And did you have to perform something which was, any scripts which were given for the audition?
No, the audition was for Bogota in the third season.
Mm-hmm.
There's one scene where he talks about meat and vegans. And the second one was when he talks to Denver about how many children he has. So in the series, in the third season, he talks about that he has 7 children. He shows them in the wallet. In the audition, he had 14.
What? Oh my
Yes,
God.
he had 14 children.
Yeah, we saw 7. 7 was already a big number.
I had 3. So,
Okay, so here in India, basically, we have an extra emotional quotient in the films. So,
Okay.
who would you think would fit in Indian cinema if they would come from Money Heist?
Physically, I think that in India, a really contrast and fun thing would be to have a Helsinki, Darko Peroš.
By means of acting, a person who emotes
No,
a
by
lot.
means of acting, listen, honestly, by means of acting, any one of our crew can come to India and work there. I mean, those are all really high-level actors, and I myself would love to participate in a Bollywood or a production or anything in that sense.
And, talking about, the cast and crew, we have a few questions. For example, we'll be giving you a few things like the one who sleeps a lot, the sleepyhead, the one who eats. You get to name the ones from the season.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So we start.
All right. Go on.
Okay. So who's the one who sleeps a lot on set?
That's Hovik, Bogota.
Bogota. Okay. And the most humorous one?
It's Rodrigo de la Serna, Palermo. For sure.
And talking about you were talking
Arturo Roman. Enrique is the jokester. He like when you know that guy that knows 7 million jokes.
No.
That's Enrique Arce.
Whoa.
No, and Arturo Roman. He knows 7 million jokes, and for every situation he has a joke ready. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one who eats a lot.
That's me.
That's you? You don't look like you eat
No,
a
that's
lot.
not true. No, I like you see Ursula and a couple of these girls and Itziar, the Inspectora Raquel, Lisboa, the tiny, petite and pretty girls come with a plate full of food. They eat it all. It's amazing. Great metabolism. Good on you, girls.
Okay, so yeah, your favorite scene from the Money Heist, what you enjoyed as a viewer.
My favorite scene with myself in it or whatever?
With yourself in it, one, and without...
Okay, one.
Yeah.
One. But yeah, I don't know. I think the fight scene with the professor is great, and not with me in it, and that's a tearjerker. The scene when the professor comes to Firenze, to Italy, to find Palermo, Martin, who's drunk in that house alone with Berlin dead.
Who accuses him for the birth. Yeah.
Yeah, and that scene, how fragile Palermo is, I was in tears just watching them do that scene. It was a beautiful scene.
Were you a fan of the series before you entered it, like the first 2?
No, not a fan. I saw some bits, and then I was doing the audition. I was preparing for the audition, and I was, I'm going to watch it all. And then I said, I'm not going to watch a single second, because then that's going to guide me again for what I prepared, because I needed to show what I can bring, not to make a copy of what they might want to see.
That's true. And what was your most challenging moment amongst the scenes you made?
Definitely, and I said it before, the scene of rescuing Antoniansas from the swimming pool, because we shot it in a night for one whole night, and it was June, and beginning of June, and it was freezing in Madrid. It was like 8-9 degrees at night, and getting into the pool and out and drying and back and forth from like 10 in the evening until 5 in the morning, it was exhausting. And I was at my limits that day. But I think even worse that not many people know, like last year in February, I was traveling by train. I live in Barcelona, so I was going to Madrid, and I had 3 days in a row of shoot. And all those scenes with the bicycle around Madrid. So finally I have my scenes. Now let's there's no professor. They're going to focus on me, not sitting in the classroom in the back. And I'm on the train, and I come to my friend's apartment where I slept. A colleague of mine started tooth pain. I had such an infected tooth. I couldn't stand. I couldn't see from the pain. So instead of going to eat lunch, they drove me to the hospital. I got an injection in my ass. The paramedics gave me painkillers, etc. I don't know how I managed to be on my feet until 5, 6 in the afternoon to shoot everything. Then they drove me again to another hospital for another shot, painkiller shot. The next day I had again shoot in the studio, but I was sick as a dog because all those pills, my stomach was bad because I don't take medication at all. I'm a big guy, stubborn as well, and and it was rough. It was rough. I never want to have that pain again. You know, like I felt my head is going to explode.
And in case in real life you are you are to do a heist, what would you choose to?
Food. I like to cook. I like to eat. No, I'm just joking.
So I think with that we come to the end. So I think this was a big opportunity to me. I really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you so much for joining with us.